Carly Suspension, this is Tyler.
Tyler, what's going on, brother?
Not much, man. How you doing?
Yeah, well, I'm hanging in there, a little slightly stressed, but other than that, I'm trying to
All right.
get down the road here. My truck, my trailer keeps trying to throw me off the road.
Okay. What truck is it?
2020 F250.
20 F250 diesel.
Yep.
Okay. And what suspension are you running on it currently?
The Backcountry.
Okay. Backcountry leveling kit.
Yep.
Okay. And then what rear spring option do you have? Are you still working with factory springs, or do you have one of our leaf packs in it?
It's got your Add-A-Leaf or whatever it is, your leaf pack.
Okay, the Add-A-Leaf or the full replacement leaf pack?
I'd have to ask CJC. I thought that I told them what I was doing with it, and they recommended. I don't know if it. I think it actually. You know what? When it came in the package, it looked like a whole leaf spring.
Okay, so it was like on a pallet, and it was an entire replacement leaf spring.
Yep.
Okay, and do you have airbags or anything in the rear to help it out currently, or is it just on those springs?
Nope, I got airbags. I had
Okay.
airbags put in at the same time I did your suspension kit.
Okay. Alrighty. So you said that when you're towing down the highway, you're getting a like a side-to-side kind of shift in the rear where it's kind of kicking you out of the lane?
Oh yeah, it's whipping me pretty good.
Okay, so a couple things I would double check. First and foremost, I'd double check your shock pressures to make sure that those shocks are functioning properly and controlling the load the way that they're supposed to. Those shocks should be charged with 225 psi of nitrogen. So nitrogen only, don't use any compressed air. We're trying to keep any sort of moisture out of the inside of that shock, and nitrogen is the way to do so. So that would be the first thing I would double check. Are you utilizing the? I'm sorry.
How do I check that?
So on the end of the reservoir on the shock, so that extra canister on the shock, there is a Schrader valve on the end of that reservoir. So the Schrader valve has a cap. You just pull the cap off, and then you take a nitrogen tank with a regulator, obviously, set it to 225, and then just put that on the end just to make sure that it's properly gets proper pressure inside of it.
Okay.
Yep. And then in the rear, also, the airbags that you're utilizing, you have air in them right now, I would imagine?
Oh, yeah. I'm finally, it's getting a little better. I'm up to over 100 pounds in my airbags right now.
Gotcha. Are they set on their own separate airlines, or are they teed together?
That I don't know. I'd have to ask. I had my mechanic put them in, so I don't know how.
Yeah, I would double check on that. A key factor in making sure that you get as much stability as possible out of the rear end is to ensure that the airbags are on separate systems, so that you're making sure that you can't get any air transfer between the two. So them being on separate air systems acts more of a sway control overall, just to ensure that you're not getting any transfer when you go around a turn or anything like that.
Okay.
So those are kind of the first two things I would recommend just taking a look at and seeing if it's kind of a low-hanging fruit there. Overall, though, if you wanted to, if you do both of those things and you're still hitting a wall or you're having an issue with the drivability, you can feel free to take a bunch of pictures of the rear end of the truck and send them over to us. We're more than happy to take a look and see if anything stands out as being a potential culprit in your issue here.
Alrighty.
Yeah. So yeah, start there, and then if you need to, feel free to reach back out, and we'll go from there.
I appreciate your time, Tyler.
Absolutely. Not a problem, sir. Have a good one.
You too. Take care.
Thank you. Bye-bye.